Hi everyone. I want to talk about DBA 3.0 and something that makes DBA a really good set of rules, very playable. So, what's wrong with this picture? The pikes are touching a flank edge, the front edge represented on these wooden blocks by a black line is touching the side edge of an enemy cavalry element. They're not touching the front corner with their own front corner. So in the yellow here I've got representing Ptolemaic Egyptians, the blue are Marian Romans. The blue had been up here, they recoiled, there had been a blade element that was lost. And so now they've kind of compressed, forming a wedge, and yellow wants to attack. So yellow rolled a 2, and this auxilia had recoiled, so we moved them forward. And what I want to do is I want to take this 4 pike from the line where it was getting a support factor from the pike behind it. Want to have him break out on his own and create a tactical factor of -1 on the 3 cavalry in order to help out this elephant element. But they can't do that. So let's start out with threat zone. This is redacted. The area 1 base width deep in front of an element is its threat zone. An element or group which is at least partly within or whose front edge enters the enemy threat zone or touches its far edge can move only A, to line up its front edge with one such enemy generating the threat zone. So that would be, assuming I entered the threat zone, that would be something like this. B, to advance into or towards contact with such an enemy, so that would be that. C, if a single element to move straight back to its own rear for the entire move. What they want to do is this, but they can't. So let's go to moving into contact with enemy. At the end of the bound's movement phase, the contacting element, or at least one element of a contacting group, must be lined up with an enemy element, C, in front edge to side edge contact, with front corners in contact. So here's the front edge of my pike unit, here's the side edge of my cavalry element. Front corner, front corner, front corner, front corner. So in this case, that would have to mean that, but that leaves this element on top of an enemy element, which I don't know that there's a rule necessarily preventing that, but that's just not what we do, right? So I can't end the movement phase of the bound like that. But even if I could, there's another rule that makes that kind of useless to me. Tactical factors. Add to or subtract from scores for each of the following tactical factors that applies. And let's skip down to -1. For each enemy element, either overlapping or in front edge and front corner to front corner contact with flank. So again, I've got my edge in contact, which in other sets of wargame rules would help. That would work. But in DBA it doesn't work, and to me that's the magic of DBA.